Hello, this is a video about copy name, a part of the cycle data section in Instance Wrangler. It will help you to manage naming of objects in your scene. So let's say we have this one right here. The data block inside of this object is cylinder 001. Let's say we want to rename this object into, I don't know, like let's call it tower underscore A. We can now also copy the name of this object onto the data block inside. So the way that is done is by using this button right here. So you can basically read it from left to right. So we copy the name from the object to the data block, and for this button it's from the data block to the object. So we named the object, and now we're going to copy that name to the data block by using this button, and now it synced up. So we can now also leverage the data block name for renaming the other objects, the other instances that use the same data block inside of them. So if we open these three up, we can see cylinder 22, 23 and 24, they also use tower A inside of them, but they don't yet have the correct names on object level. So I can select all of these, and then what we want is to take the data block name and sync that to the object. So I'll click it, and now if I close these up, it's a little bit, so it shows a bit more obviously, or clearly. So now they're all named tower A. Blender only allows unique names on an object level, so it will put 001 behind them, but it does that automatically. We have this little scene set up, and there's trees and boulders, but the names of them, they're not great. They're just all cubes, and if we look inside, more things named cube or sphere, so that's not great. And you know, once you've like populated a little scene like this, you might decide like, oh, okay, I'm gonna create my little library of assets, or maybe you started with it. But yeah, I've run into this issue so many times. So how would we resolve this? Well, I would go in and just let's call this one boulder A, copy that part, boulder B, I'm hitting F2 to rename, C, and then here we're going to say tree A, B, and C. So I just renamed the objects in the scene, and inside they are still named cube or sphere. So let's select all of these now. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to use copy names. So to think about it for a second, we're taking the name of the object and we're going to apply that to the data block inside. So from object to the data block. So you can see here it got transferred. And now if we go to the other instances, we can see that instead of what was previously named sphere, it's now also using tree, C, and there's a tree A, should be B in there somewhere too, but here we can see boulder being used instead of, what was it before, sphere, and trees were cubes. So I'm gonna select all of these now as well. With this selection, what I can do now is take the data block name and move that back to the object name. So from the data block to the object, and here we go. So now you can see all of the objects in the tree collection are correctly named tree, and similar for the boulders. So that's a nice way to quickly clean up your scene. If you need to, you can use this little tool right there, copy name. All right, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.